Live from Singapore, now on BBC News Asia Business Report.
Liquidating the world's most indebted developer. We look into the potential fallout from Evergrande's winding up order. Plus, geopolitical tensions and all-out conflict spark a sales bonanza for the US arms industry. Hello and welcome to Asia Business Report. I'm Steve Lai. We begin with the embattled developer Evergrande and the fallout from the decision by a Hong Kong court to order its liquidation. The ruling followed another failed attempt by the Chinese company to reach a restructuring deal with its creditors. It is unclear if the Hong Kong court order will be recognized by Beijing. Evergrande is headquartered in China's Guangdong province, but the shares of the company are listed on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange. Let's take a closer look at the unfolding crisis with Hong Kong-based debt analyst Jackson Chan. Jackson, what's your read of this and how it's going to play out from here?
Hi. So China Evergrande is one of the most heavily indebted developers in the world. And yesterday, it has just received a forced liquidation order from the Hong Kong court. And the judge made this decision because of the group failed to deliver a restructuring proposal by the hearing deadline. So after the announcement of the winding up order, the court has appointed Alvarez and Marcel as the liquidator to arrange the creditors' meeting and execute the asset disposal. So next, the liquidator will try the best to squeeze the maximum value out of the Evergrande offshore assets, and it will become the key to determine the recovery value of the bonds and other debts.
So what do you see happening to property buyers then that have already put down deposits on potential flats? Do you think they'll be able to get their money back?
I think that for the major debt holder, apart from the secure lender, the USD bondholder should be the one with highest seniority among the offshore creditors. But to be honest, we expect this bondholder can still only recover approximately 2% to 3% under liquidation scenario. And currently, the USD bonds issued by Evergrande are also trading at around 1 to 2 cents of a dollar. So at this point, we believe that the most valuable assets owned by Evergrande are still the offshore assets, which include the listed shares of the property service and also the electric vehicle divisions. So meanwhile, we think that it is virtually impossible to recover anything from its onshore assets.
And what are the broader implications for the industry from Evergrande's liquidation?
Evergrande is the first large developer that is ordered by the court to liquidate. So if we look at the previous example, we also saw that the government between Hong Kong and mainland China has some mutual recognition for insolvency proceedings. So in theory, the liquidators from Hong Kong should be able to apply to mainland court for recognition of the Hong Kong debt, of the Hong Kong order. So, but our concern is that if Evergrande liquidation order is recognized by the court in mainland, even it is recognized by the court in mainland China, can the Hong Kong liquidator can really penetrate into the onshore market and take over all the onshore assets? So we think it may not be an easy task because of the size and impact of the group. It's probably too big this time compared to all the other developers.
And just speaking of other developers, just quickly, do you see other developers also falling foul of the similar sort of situation that Evergrande are in?
Yes, quite a lot. We saw a lot of different developers are falling out, but Evergrande's situation is a little bit different because actually China, mainland China government is very focused on Evergrande, and it even say that it has an opinion on Evergrande, is watching it more closely than the other developers. And the Chinese authorities have also detained most of the top management of Evergrande Group. So we are quite worried about such a terrible relationship between the company and government will slow everything down for Evergrande in the future.
All right, many thanks for your insight today. Jackson Chan, they're a debt analyst based in Hong Kong. Now let's focus now on how growing geopolitical tensions are driving up arms sales. US weapons exports hit $81